A lot of realtors struggle to find new buyers. You might be out there in the community, you might be in flow talking to people, but for some reason, you just don't have this inpouring of buyers. Well, there's another way to get buyers, and that's from farming. Now, I don't mean you literally plant seeds and wait for them to grow, but you kind of do. Now, a lot of people go out there and market themselves. They put ads in newspapers, they put their face on the bus stop seat, whatever it might be. What they're doing is they're putting a seed out there and hoping that it grows prospective buyers for them. That's great. They're out there, they're doing the active farming methods. But the problem is a lot of those seeds are planted in infertile ground. You know, if I asked you to grow me a pine tree forest, would you go to the Salt Lake Desert and try and grow them there? No, of course not. Because nothing would grow. There's no rain, the ground doesn't have enough nutrients. The same problem exists with a lot of realtors in where they farm. Now, how can you make sure you're farming in fertile ground? In ground that will actually reap crops? Well, that's when the neighborhood patterns come in. And that's what I like to call neighborhood farming. You can do searches throughout all the neighborhoods in your area, or all the little small sub areas in your city. Find the areas with high odds of selling. Those are the places that when a house comes up, they sell fast and they sell for better value. That's where you want to find listings, and that's where you want to find buyers that are looking maybe to move into that area or move out. So the deal is, by farming in that area, your odds of return are so much higher. Now, how can you do this? It's actually pretty simple. Send out a postcard with that odds of selling graph with your name on it, branded, all over the place. Say, hey, did you know houses in your neighborhood are selling like hotcakes? That means your value has gone up. Would you like to learn more? Please contact me. It's pretty simple as that. That's a postcard that you can print in mass for very cheap, and you can mail for pretty cheap. Heck, if you don't want to deal with mailing it, you could drive by and stick it in their door. I mean, whatever you need to do. By doing this, you will end up bringing interest to yourself. Now, I know some people out there that are not a huge fan of this method because they feel like, well, what if I step on another realtor's toes? What if that person calls me and they usually work with another realtor and I just stole their client? I'm going to settle that argument right now. First of all, if you put out information that makes people want to sell their house and they don't go to their realtor failed on their last transaction. Simple as that. If someone loves their realtor to death from the job and such greatness that they imparted on them, they will always go back to that realtor. Okay? So don't ever think about that. The second thing is, if you're out there and you're creating this growth of sellers and buyers, what ends up happening is the realtors that did do a good job, their customer will see this information, then want to sell, then they'll call their realtor. That realtor will ask them, oh, great, this is fantastic. So how did you know the area was going up? They might show your postcard to them. That realtor will say, you know what, this is a great idea. I wish I'd thought of this. No matter what, I'm very thankful for that person. And I personally am a big believer that when gratitude goes out into the universe, especially directed at you, results and success will follow. So, this is a cheap and easy way to take a step into active farming. You know what? I would say just give it a try. Print out neighborhood graphs. Put them out there. Try it with one neighborhood. See what happens. Because don't trust me, trust the results. That being said, if you don't know what I mean when I say neighborhood graph, neighborhood buying pattern, maybe an odds of selling pattern, whatever you want to call it, then you need to check out focusfirst.com. www.focus1st.com. Our graphs are the most powerful visual tool that realtors can use with their own MLS searches to really impact their customers' lives. Check it out. I guarantee you will not be disappointed.